welcome back to the Save Point. It's good to see you back. See you for the first time if it's the first time you come here. So, do I even need to say what the Save Point is? It's pretty straightforward. It's just a place of in-between. A place to rest before you proceed to the next section of life. Not the afterlife, the next section of life. Like, oh my god, you worked so hard today. So, you have the save point. Then you sleep. And there's a whole new other day. If you understand what I mean. But yeah, I wanted to really release the save points a bit more regularly, but I've not been able to. More like it's been difficult. I have a lot to do in a day. It's hard to find a time when there's total quietness. And oh, there is a time when I can do this. There is a time. But the time is in the evening. And in the evening, I prefer to relax by playing some video games. Yes, some video games. Now, I've been playing Resident Evil quite a bit these days as a series. I recently played Resident Evil 8. That came out in 2021, I think. Or 2020. At the beginning of the 20s. A very good game, very fun. Very fun game. Very scary at times too, but it's not that long, so I finished it quite quickly. Now that I would have a lot of other things to do, mercenaries mode or challenges, but I decided I am in the mood. It's October, it's spooky season. There is only one other thing that I kind of want to do, and that's playing the remake of Resident Evil 2. No. The remake of Resident Evil 2, it has overwhelming positive reviews on Steam. I was very excited for it. I got it a while back. At the same time I got Village. And I started it, and it's so much more horror, survival than the Resident Evil Village. It's so good. It's so good. I mean, I might spoil a bit, a few mechanics at least, or a few things that the game does really well in my opinion. But well, until the point where I am in the game. So be warned. It's pretty known. Okay, I'm going to start spoiling something maybe. It's pretty known that in Resident Evil 2 there's a Mr. X. Now that's really interesting. It's a stalker enemy you cannot defeat when you encounter it. It stalks you throughout the police station, which is the first location you encounter in the game. It's a big police station, multiple floors, multiple routes to get anywhere. And that's the interesting part, is you realize that when you first explore the police station, you uncover quite a big chunk of it, and you have to waddle through the zombies that are really difficult to kill, that will hurt you very easily. Lickers, which are the worst things ever. Fuck the lickers, seriously. But once you uncover a bit of the police station, there's then Mr. Ice comes, and then you don't only have to fight a horde of zombies, you have to at the same time run away from Mr. X. No, this is really interesting, because it forces you to take routes you wouldn't normally take, because you're being chased, or Mr. X is blocking the areas that you wanted to go through to get from point A to point B. So you might need to take big detours with some zombies that you didn't clear out and all this, and being chased by Mr. X, who is really fast. It's at least as fast as your character, I think, or slightly bit slower. It will follow you everywhere. Now, I remember really, really well. At one point, I unlocked, I got a key to open in a room in the west side of the police station. And Mr. X, you can hear its footsteps echoing through the police station, where if they're close or not. And that guy, like, I open this tiny room, I get the items in there, but I notice that the room is organized into a sort of circle with a shelf in the middle, so you can go in a circle. And who do I hear come through the corridor and into that tiny room? This hulking, massive creature that just starts stomping towards me, and I need to go around this tiny furniture. It's very scary. Oh god, I was in the library where there were a bunch of zombies and Mr. X, and I just kept going up the ladder to go to the upper part of the library, and going down and shooting the zombies at the same time to try to get away from Mr. X, while at the same time succeeding at doing the puzzle in the library. But that was really, really tense, because I was hoping that Mr. X would kill the zombies for me. But it turns out that Mr. X is very gentle. It does not kill zombies, actually. It does not kill zombies at all. What Mr. X does is he pushes them out of the way. Now that's a bit of a bad thing, because that means he doesn't get rid of the zombies for me. So I still have to deal with the zombies, and him just slowly pushing the zombies away means that I still have to deal with them. And that's annoying as fuck. No, that's not annoying, that's really cool. I really love it, frankly. Like, I think that some people might think, oh my god, it's so annoying to be constantly stalked by a hulking enemy that will probably one-shot you if it catches you, while also dealing with smaller enemies that will slow you down or kill you. No, especially, like, imagine if you're chased by Mr. X and you are in a corridor with a liquor where you need to not run. Well, you're fucked, I think. I don't think it will kill the liquor. Probably kick it out of the way. But it doesn't annoy me at all. I love this because it forces you to not just take the shortcuts. It really forces you to plan your routes and see how you can get from point A to B in by different paths. Maybe take the long paths where you don't want to go because it's quite dangerous, but you have Mr. X on another location. I'll try to bait Mr. X through some parts to make it easier for you. It's really wonderful. I think that's I think Resident Evil 2 Remake might be my favorite Resident Evil game, alongside 4, I think, so far. Now, because I'm in such a Resident Evil mood, like, I want to play all of them now. When I was young, I was so terrified of Resident Evil and horror games in general. I wouldn't want to play them. Now I played Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which made me poop my baby pants, probably, when I was a kid. But yeah, it's good. It's really good. Also, so I'm going to play 1, 2, 3. I played 4, the original and remake. I played 5, I've played 6, I've played 7, I've played 8. I'm looking forward to 9. and that comes out in February, but I will wait until it's on discount, I think. But I intend to play the remake of one that I have on Steam, the HD release. I think that's a part of the HD GameCube, remake, but with HD textures and all that. But apparently it's really, really good, so I'm going to play it. I know my sibling played it back in the day. I'm playing through 2 remake. Once I'm completely done with that, you know, I want to play the original, because the original still has value because it's slightly different. And there's some systems that people really like in there apparently that are absent in the remake. The remake does it, it's kind of like on reimagining in a way, so the original still holds value. And I will play 3 definitely. I don't really want to play 3 remake. I will probably play the remake of 3 at one point, but I intend on playing the original 3 on the GameCube port, because apparently what I didn't know is that yes, there's the remake of 1 on GameCube, but there's a port of 2 and 3 also from Dreamcast that has been ported to GameCube, and these are apparently the definitive editions, which I'm really looking forward to trying out. But because of 3, apparently they cut a lot of content in the remake, like it was developed by a third-party studio, not the ones that made 2 remake or 4 remake. So the quality might have been a bit less. Lots of cut content. Things changed. So I'm looking forward to playing the Resident Evil 3 original with HD textures, because apparently there's seamless Resident Evil seamless mode or HD something. That's a fan-made HD texture pack that used machine learning and all that to upscale the backgrounds to make them HD, and also touched by hand and all that. So, but apparently this is a really good way to play the games, like a good like remaster per se. So I'll definitely do that. Apply the texture pack on Dolphin, because that's apparently the best way to enjoy these experiences. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh god, I love Resident Evil. I really couldn't handle it as a kid, but now as an adult I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. This is extremely good. I played 4. I played 4 on my Nintendo Switch. I mean, I had it on GameCube. I played it with a friend when we were young. But I was scared and all this. Now, as an adult, Resident Evil 4 is a really nice action, horror, but not very scary. It's mostly tense or just fun, you know, shooting the limbs of the enemies and kicking them in the face. Leon is a badass in that game, I swear. But yeah, as an adult I can enjoy horror a lot more. I can handle it a lot more. Horror movies are still quite scary, but I can do it. I can handle it. When I was a kid, I couldn't even handle Luigi's Mansion. Now Luigi's Mansion is a GameCube game, of course, made by Nintendo, and it's Mario, so it's not that spooky. It has a spooky kind of theme, or like a whole sort of Halloween October vibe, but let's keep in mind, this is still a Mario game. And when I was a kid, it would terrify me. The dark rooms, the ghosts, exploring the mansion. Honestly, like, there was a boss. Actually, I think the boss that terrified me the most as a kid was the twins, I think. The twins that you fight in the later parts of Luigi's Mansion. That was very scary, but because there's a music for some of the bosses, or maybe all the bosses. That's this very Silent Hill-esque vibe with some like heavy or boom, boom. Like something you'd really hear. Like it sounds really scary, much more scary than any tracks I think in later Luigi's Mansion games. Like I think vibes-wise, the first Luigi's Mansion is the best of the trilogy. I think it's honestly it's the one I like the most because honestly, 2 and 3 they removed a lot of the horror elements. But the first one was actually really creepy, with a lot of creepy lore too. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that. But Luigi's Mansion 1 is like somehow was unparalleled in its on series, I think. Though 3 is really good, but again, it's a bit of a continuation of 2 where the horror aspect has been toned down immensely. But I still really like Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, I think I like Resident Evil 4 and its remake. Like, both of them are, once again, there's not one better than the other. Like, 4 remake is a masterpiece, I think. It's so good. It's like, it just feels excellent to play. But the original 2 is immensely good to play. It's once again of like, it's a similar product, similar stories and all that, but they offer something each, something unique. Now the original Resident Evil 4, I think is a lot more like one of these arcade shooters, in a way, in that, you plant yourself in a spot and then you aim and you shoot, and where you put yourself, your turret, so to say, gives you advantage or disadvantages. It's really good, I think. It has these arcade vibes in a way, which makes the mercenary mode quite interesting. Oh god, honestly, the mercenary mode of Resident Evil 4, there's a map, there's 4 maps there. I think there's like the village, there's the castle, there's the military grounds, and there's the water world. And water world in this mercenary mode of Resident Evil 4, now that's something that's really interesting, because at one point when you defeat enough enemies, I think there's a super chainsaw man that will appear. There's 2 of them. Now, what's so special about this chainsaw man? First of all, they have a unique enemy model with a double chainsaw. 2 chainsaws are chained together, and they run extremely fast, and they are constantly attacking. They are in a constant attack animation, so if they touch you or get close to you, you're dead immediately, one shot. And I remember when you fight through the mercenaries as Leon, it's really difficult. The other characters have much better weapons to deal with them, but Leon is the most basic one character. But excellent game, both the original and remake. And remake expands on the lore. The game mechanics and parrying is really fucking good. So that's something you couldn't do in the original. I know if you didn't get attacked, you couldn't parry. I think that was a nice addition in the original. Though I didn't really enjoy like the breaking knives. Because what happens if you run out of ammo? You're fucked because you don't have an infinite knife. Unlike the original. No, this it's okay in a way. I don't think it presented me too many troubles, I think. But well, you can remedy this anyways if you do challenges and buy in the bonus shop with points you earn in game for challenges. I'm pretty sure that you can get an infinite knife anyways. Or you unlock it. Frankly, I think if I may. Oh, by the way, something I noticed actually with the camera is that for some reason I feel like it makes me look a bit uglier than I actually look. Or maybe it's the light. Maybe it tends to make my face a bit more fish-like. Like I mutated into a fish. That must be the lens, point of view. It tends to make to round my face up or something. I don't know. It's a camera thing. Because I was looking at myself in the mirror in the window this morning. I was like, "Hey, hot stuff. It's you're very hot." That was, "Oh, thank you, reflection." But anyway, I digress. I think Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 Remake and Village, I really love how they present their game. Like, you have your basic playthrough, then you can unlock, you can do challenges to get points, and you get buy bonuses like infinite ammos for your weapons and costumes and all that. And I think it's just so excellent. Really, it's excellent. Additional game modes. It's outrageous. It's good. I think that's what I like about these games, is that they kind of like give you the feeling of how it was in the past, where you played the game, you didn't have DLC, and you could just unlock stuff through playing the game. That's something that we miss a bit these days with all the microtransactions. It's you can't really unlock too much anymore. You have to use your real wallet to buy stuff instead. I'm looking at your Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is a series that I'm very sad about, because there was no paid DLC before World, and after World, then suddenly there's tons of paid DLC, and you can not get that many stuff in the game as extra content per se without paying. I think, at least maybe that's not as much of the case in World, but I would say Rise and Wilds, then yeah, they really love their money there. But Resident Evil has been, I think, mostly escaping this, with most of the unlockables being in the game, which gives them a good old school vibe, which I really can vibe with. Well, I've been blabbing for quite a while now. It's time to wrap up that save point, proceed to the next section of life. So, your progress has been saved. So how do you like Resident Evil and horror games in general, or just horror in general, Halloween? Well, I really enjoy that season and that kind of vibes with autumn and the dead leaves and the grey sky. It's really the season of spooks, I think. Lovely. Alright then, I'll see you for the next save point, alright? Cheers.